And we're back with another episode of Nothing But Facts.
What's good, everybody? It's Clo, Mr. Trill Bill right here.
We in the cut, making it happen.
It's football.
It's football season.
It's football's back. Let's go fucking Packers. But we got a total of 4 topics for you today. I'm sorry for that. I'm excited. Fantasy season finally kicks off. And the regular season, of course. But we got Zeke. He got paid 6 years, $90 million. Gonna be with the Cowboys probably for the rest of his career, to be honest. We got Team USA. They beat Turkey by, 1 point. Turkey missed 4 straight free throws. Middleton hits free throws. Jason Tatum hits free throws. He goes out with the ankle sprain. Then they dominate Japan by over 40 today. But the challenge comes on Saturday in the second round when they got to go against Giannis, who's only averaging around like 11 in the FIBA World Cup. The real MVP has been Patty Mills, but that's a different story. Other topic was AB. AB literally today, while I was at work, AB wants to tell the general manager, I want this helmet, you're not going to do anything, I'm going to punch you in the face, punted the ball, fine me. He doesn't care. You can't take the city out of a city boy. He is from the crib. Antonio Brown doesn't care about that. He's going to do things on his own terms. And then the fourth and final topic, as we said, football's back. We got Aaron Rodgers and the Packers going away to Chicago. Divisional matchup is going to be tough against that defense, but if there's one man that could do it, it's Aaron Rodgers.
And we're going to give you our game picks for that one. But jumping into the Zeke discussion, it's real simple. We all knew he deserved the money. It's
best running back in football.
There was no discussion about it. The way they were running this man into the ground, he was on track to see over 300 touches in the year that he only played 10 games. He had 1,200 total yards from scrimmage in 10 games.
Yep.
And he still had almost 300 touches just in those games. So it's like, look, he's going to get the touches, he's going to be used, and he's the most important part of that offense.
100%.
It's not Dak Prescott.
Nah, facts. And
he's a game manager.
I feel like you could argue with him and Todd Gurley who's the best running back, but I feel like there's so much weapons over there in Los Angeles compared to Dallas, where Zeke is running the ball 20 to 25 times a game. Dak Prescott doesn't even have to do anything. Literally, it's like he's running on an average 25 times a game, and it's no problem. He's an every down back, and it does not bother him at all, and he produces. It's not like he's rushing it for 25 times and getting 80 yards because he's getting stuffed or something. He's rushing 25 times, and he's getting a good 130, sometimes 150. And don't even start on the passing game, because he could get you 5 catches for 67 yards and a touchdown. He's arguably the best back in fantasy. People probably took him 3rd, 4th, maybe even slipped down to the 2nd round. But if you took Zeke, good for you, because your season is saved. And if you took him as a 3rd or 4th round, 3rd, 4th overall pick, that's fine. He could easily gone 1. Those 4 running backs, Kamara, Barkley, McCaffrey, and Zeke, could have easily all gone 1 because they all could produce. Zeke is projected to put up more than McCaffrey and Kamara, just to put that in perspective for you.
It's real simple. Just looking at, like he said, there's way more weapons for other teams. You can look at Kansas City. You can look at teams like, hell, even the Giants last year. Odell was still there, and you still had Saquon Barkley, Evan Ingram, Sterling Shepard. You actually had people you can name on that offense. But let's be serious. Amari Cooper was traded from Oakland for a reason. He wasn't working out.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't worth the first round pick.
Having a foot injury.
And Dallas overpaid for that. So they got a receiver back, but at the same time, they know what they're going to lean on. Hell, they just called a tight end out of retirement who was on TV talking about football to come back and play tight end. That's how bad their offense
Jason
looks.
Witten.
Like, bruh.
I hope Gallup could do something, though.
He should be a receiver, too. He should be able to do something, especially with all the attention on Amari Cooper and basically loading the box with Zeke. But at the same time, I got to see what Dak can do. Because Dak does not look like a $35 million quarterback at all, no matter who tries to say it, sell it, anything. Nah, bro, it's just not happening.
I personally think you could, just by what Jerry Jones did, he re-signed all 4 of his guards, plus Tyron Smith, who was already re-signed, who's arguably the best tackle in the National Football League, the best guard. He re-signed all 4 of his guards. He spent a good amount of money this week, and then he spent another $100 million, if you want to round it off, for Zeke. He's basically saying, yo, we just need Zeke. And with that offensive line, I don't care who's under center, because Zeke is touching the ball a good 60% of the time that we're on offense.
The next person to get paid on that team is one of 2 people.
It should be Amari Cooper.
Not even. It's going to be Byron Jones or Kyle Van Der Esch.
It'll be a real
simple
situation, and there's drama, and drama is always fun because it's entertainment, especially when it comes to sports. If they don't pay Dak, I don't know what's gonna happen. I know, like I said, you could get someone on the likes of like a Alex Smith or some quarterback who could just get the job done. When you got someone like Ezekiel Elliott back there, you don't need a Dak.
You don't need a game. Basically,
You don't need a game changer at quarterback if
You
you have a
don't.
game changer at running back.
you just need someone to manage it and don't make mistakes. Don't fuck up.
You know, it'd be
all
crazy.
you're telling your
You know, it'd be
quarterback
so
to do.
crazy. It would never happen. It happens in this alternate timeline in my head. If the Cowboys had Lamar Jackson for some reason, and he just runs stupid with Ezekiel Elliott. Imagine on some option shit, because people think Ezekiel Elliott is just slow and fat. The man is fast as hell, and he's strong as hell. He's a big bone guy. He's big and bulky.
You don't
Pause,
run
but
away.
he's just.
You don't run away from Alabama players being a slow person. I'm just saying.
If you beat Alabama in college, you are going to be great. Besides Tim Tebow, who is blackballed, and in all honesty, he don't know how to throw a football. But if you beat Alabama in college, you're good.
You're at least gonna get a shot in the
Deshaun
league.
Watson, Ezekiel Elliott, Cam Newton.
They're already calling the kid at Clemson right now, Trevor Lawrence, the next great
generation?
quarterback. So
Come
I'm
on.
just like, bruh.
Come on, anybody that beats Bama could play the game
It's
and
just
will
that
most
simple.
likely be in the NFL. I just named you 3. All were first rounders and all great still.
Transitioning over to our basketball side of things, Team USA has just been
That's a
struggling.
quick prayer out to them.
That roster, first of all, the way it's put together, it's so terrible.
That also was awful.
I'm not even mad at the players that pulled themselves out. I'm mad at how they made up this team because I'm pretty
It's crazy
sure
how many
I
players
could have
pulled
called
out.
some other people. Hell, I could have found 5 players that can run better than that 5 they probably got starting. It's a shame. There's no reason why we should be playing Turkey in close games. Like, bruh, in our prime, when we had fucking Kobe, LeBron, and Wade all on fucking one
Chris
team
Paul,
with
Dwight
Bosh.
Howard,
Bro, we
Bosh,
was just out here
Melo,
freestyling on niggas
Darren
for fun.
Williams, Chris Paul, all Tyson Chandler was even there at one point. I feel like with this USA team, they're not only, of course, they're really young. The 3 best players are on the team besides Kemba, who's already in his prime. Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell aren't even 25 years old. I just feel like with this team, they can't take their foot off the gas because they don't know. Now, if this team had a, take all these young guys away and you put all the vets, you put James Harden, Damian Lillard, all that, they could go into the game and just mess around. They could go down by 30 against Turkey and they're still gonna win the game by 30. But with this team, they can't they can't take their foot off the pedal. They have to play this game serious and 100% all the time because they're not ready for this. All these other players that are playing in the World Cup for these other countries, they've been there before,
This isn't
and
their
they're
first
so
go
happy
around.
they don't got to see a number 6 or a number 9 in Dwayne Wade or a Kobe or a Melo. They don't got to see any of those guys.
People need to
They got to
understand-
see a Donovan Mitchell and a Kemba Walker, who are amazing players, who are 2 of my favorite players in NBA, but they're not no people from 2012.
Melo was coming off the bench on those Team USA
Putting up like
teams.
15, 16.
That's all.
No Durant, no Curry, no
I
nobody.
need people to understand Melo.
It's a
Bruh,
problem.
Melo set the Team USA record for 3-pointers in the game coming off the bench. That's how crazy these teams
Man, they
were
were just
in
joking
08 and
around,
2012.
and they got a real test because they beat Japan by 45. But on Saturday they got to go against Giannis, and I really don't know who on Team USA is going to play Giannis unless they played him like the Raptors did and just let that boy go shoot it. We dare you to shoot it. Because I don't think Chris Middleton, I don't think Tatum could cover him at all. I don't think Jaylen Brown could cover him. Giannis is way too big for that.
Yeah, you just at that point for
You
Team
just gotta
USA,
pray.
exactly.
Send a quick prayer out.
Kiss the baby at that point. You don't know what
I
you
still
gonna
think
do.
they're winning because I feel like, at the end of the day, we do have the best roster, but compared to the rosters that we've had in the previous years, it is 100% the weakest roster we've had in a long ass time. But I still think they'll pull out a way. You still got Greg Popovich over there. I still think Kemba will pull up something in his sleeve. Donovan Mitchell's going to show why he's that great. And if Tatum's healthy, I still think they could pull that out. But it's just going to be a lot tougher, especially on Saturday. I really want to see what they do about Giannis because that shit going to be hard.
I just feel like for a change from other years, just for this year for Team USA, it's just a lot harder than it usually is.
Yeah.
And that's all it's going to come down to. It's not that they
It's
can't
experience.
win
Who the hell
or
was there?
anything
Who the
like that.
hell was there 3 years ago?
Most
4
of these
years
kids
ago.
were
I don't
either
think they
in
were.
college or high. Hell, Jason
this is
Tatum
the
was in
first-
high school
I think
and
this is
shit.
the first time Kemba's on the USA team. Like none of these
So-
people were there. Maybe Brooke Lopez. It's like summer. It's like the practice squad that plays the actual roster.
Crazy. But moving on to our other breaking news, I guess you could say,
A friend from
developing
the
story
crib.
from the day.
He going crazy.
I
Just
woke
give
up
him his
this
helmet.
morning and I got the notification
He
AB's ready
drafted
to
him yesterday.
AB's ready to fight the GM, and I'm just like,
Man,
what
fine
does
me.
that even mean? Like,
Fine me.
how can you fight
Give
a
me
GM?
this helmet. But Antonio Brown, from when he had that interview with Jeff Darlington, is speaking facts. He said he's Antonio Brown, and he's going to play the game on his rules. He doesn't need the game. He wants the game. Antonio Brown has enough money so he could just be smart with his money. He doesn't have to play football again. He obviously wants to. And he's just showing people, like, I still think he's a drama queen. That's why I didn't take him in fantasy. That's why I said don't take him in fantasy. Unfortunately, this man took him in fantasy, so we're going to see how that pans out. Because if he plays, it's Antonio Brown still. But the drama for, like, yo, it's a helmet. You're still Antonio Brown. How I've said and you've said numerous times, yo, just play with the helmet, bro. Why are you creating a drama show? Odell doesn't even do this. And Odell's not even, the media makes Odell seem a lot worse because he just have like temper tantrums on the side of the field because he didn't catch this or he didn't do that. He's not making a scene and like, yo, if you don't give me this helmet, I'm going to punch you. And then I'm going to punt the football and you can find me because I don't give a shit because I'm Antonio Brown. And now his karma, they might take away his whole guaranteed contract. And he's going to be a free agent. And Belichick going to come out of nowhere and be like, yo, come. We got TB12. Come. He could play for another 5 years. Come. You want to beat Jerry Rice's record? Come.
It would just be deja vu.
You want to catch 25 touchdowns in a season and beat Randy's record? Come.
It would just be deja vu from 12 years ago when they saved Randy Moss from the Oakland Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't happy over there.
That they said, obviously, because they were on Hard Knocks, but there's no more Hard Knocks. There's no more cameras over there because Hard Knocks ended. That AB might take them to court and might sue them because at the end of the day, it's a he say, she say. It's all these witnesses and all that if he actually said that because there's no actual concrete proof that he said that. So you know he gonna play that game and he got enough money to go sue the Raiders or go sue the NFL. But if that's why at the end of the day, because it just shows you he's a drama queen. Why do you have to do that? Because now you might lose $30 million. It doesn't matter if you told Jeff Darlington, if you said you were a multimillionaire. Everyone knows that. $30 million is still $30 million. That shit is a lot to fucking someone like LeBron James. It's $30 million. And you want to be a drama queen about the helmet that you want to wear, and now you're going to lose that money? Just because you want to be a clown?
Not only that, it's just like, bro.
People, they get too
even
cocky
if the
and
reports,
their egos get too high.
Even if it's an alleged statement that, he threatened the GM or not.
I 100%
bro,
believe it. He from the crib.
I just need people to understand, bro, there's never supposed to be any type of time that you should threaten the GM.
Your GM, that's how you know
like,
you don't
bro,
get a flying fuck.
First
what
of all,
happens.
I can understand if you were having a discussion with John Gruden. That's your head coach. But, bro, the GM, someone who I think might sign the checks other than the president at the end of the day, like, bruh, this man controls how much you
it's
get
completely
fined,
different
when you get fined, anything like that.
I feel like players and like their coaches, I feel like it's like, a father-son type thing. When
Yeah.
it comes to your GM, yo, that's your, like, you say good morning, sir. You don't, he probably say what's up, Chucky, to Gruden, but you don't say, like, to the GM, you're treating them with the utmost respect.
It's real
and this
simple.
man said, I will punch you in the face. And I know Antonio Brown, if he said that, was 100% serious, that he would punch that man in the face.
Mike Mayock probably is terrified at this point.
100%.
This man went from working on TV
Like,
to now
let me go
he's
back.
like,
NFL,
yo,
please. I just want to be on the network again. I don't want to get punched.
I don't need this stress.
I don't need this in my life.
We gonna move to
There's a
fucking
reason I
Las
left.
Vegas in a couple years as well. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be losing players then. At that point, niggas gonna die before games.
They be tripping. He just need to sit back and, yo, if you're making this a big deal, just walk away from the game.
Honestly,
It
that could be one
obviously
of the-
means so much to you that you're still making a big deal about it. But if they're not budging, you're the fucking employee at the end of the day. I know you're Antonio Brown. All these athletes have a platform because of how much money they make and how many people look up to them. But like, no, bro. Like, you have to stop with that.
But if he does retire, does this single-handedly become one of the craziest offseasons
100%. The craziest offseason I've ever witnessed. Andrew Luck retiring. All these receivers want to
Gronkowski
all these
retired
receivers
right
want to
after the
do
Super
this,
Bowl.
that.
People forgot
Gronk
about
retired. Luck retired.
That would be
Brown
the
don't
third
want to
retirement.
play. Julio just said he might not want to play because his foot's bothering him and he wants a new contract. Zeke was going to sit out. Melvin Gordon is still sitting out. It's a bunch of crazy stuff. People think Aaron Rodgers fell. Yo, this offseason is wild, and I really can't wait for the start of the season.
It's going to be very interesting. And just transitioning into our last topic, looking at what my co-host has on in the camera, going to let him make his pick
I
first
forgot we're in
tonight.
Florida. It's hot as fuck, bro.
So we got the Bears of Chicago going up against Green Bay Packers. 8:20 tonight on NBC.
NBC, I got Aaron Rodgers on my team, and you know what's going to happen? New offense. 100%, I am scared out of my mind. Not only for the game, the actual game, but because I have Aaron Rodgers in my money league where I put the most money in from the two leagues, and I have him in Chicago. Mike Clay reported today, yo, you know Aaron Rodgers hasn't thrown a touchdown against Soldier Field since 2015.
It doesn't surprise me.
And it's not even like he had bad games because last year he played there, he had dropped 15.9 fantasy points. Devontae Adams had 12 catches, or no, 8 catches, 121 yards, I believe, something along that. Like, he put some numbers, but those Yo, that defense, that red zone, yo, Khalil, yo, I hope nothing but the best. I got the Packers pulling it off because if there's one man that could do it, like I said in the beginning of this video, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Understandable, very understandable. I'm going to get a little more detail with my pick. I got the Bears, and I got them 21-17, just for the simple fact, and I feel like in the end, that defense just needs to be on the field. The offense looked great, looked nice last year, but at the end of the day, the defense is their driving force. He said it today. The reason they were 12-4 last year was primarily because of the defense. Don't get me wrong, Trubisky had a great career season last year, everything like that. Tariq Cohen did great. Everybody came along. Trey Burton had a career year.
I feel like the NFL is just different because it's like with Chicago, they got Montgomery. Like, how's their offense going to look like? And then the Packers got a brand new coach, so it's going to be a brand new system. Aaron is still Aaron, but we still don't know how that. It's going to be a fun game. I feel like it's going to be a great game.
It's going to be very interesting.
Because the Packers made some defensive acquisitions as well, so they ain't joke to mess with.
It's going to be a very interesting game. But all in all, we feel like we've covered all of our topics for today. MBF_Trill on Twitter and Instagram.
MBF_Clo on Twitter. Clo Rogers on Instagram. Nothing but facts with the 3 at the end for Instagram and for Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe to this video, to this channel. I love you.
We're going to be back in action.
Take care, guys.